Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. When it comes to wardrobe essentials, I think at some point in your fashion journey, you should consider the acquisition of a good pair of boots. For me, it's something I finally started to dip my toe into about a year ago after being exclusively a sneaker guy in my youth. And for this week's video, I thought it would be apropos to talk about what I think are the best boots for fall/winter 2022. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Drew What It Do, and if I end up showing you a pair of boots that you've never seen before, it's required by law for you to comment #BootedUp. You booted up! Booted up! Are you interested in making your very own website for a brand or creative project? Squarespace offers a comprehensive amount of features to help you create the website you've always wanted. If you want to sell products direct to consumer or display your body of work, Squarespace makes it easy for you to do that and more. Currently, I'm building a website on Squarespace to be a hub for all of my different content, whether it be my podcast, my YouTube channel, or my TikTok. And if you needed a sign to push you in the direction of making your very first website, this is your sign. Visit squarespace.com/DrewJoyner for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Right off the bat, there are 3 boots that sit on the pantheon of my current wardrobe that I just seem to wear all the time. And sitting at number 1 are my Ouray infantry boots. These aren't good, they're great. I've put damn near 100 miles in these boots and they still have that kind of new and fresh feeling to them that they did when I first unboxed them. Now, the Ouray infantry boots are on the steep side when it comes to pricing if you're looking for an entry-level boot, but what's great about Ouray at this point in time is that you can actually find these boots on the secondhand market, and if you do a bit of bargaining, maybe you can get them for under retail. The infantry boots are definitely S-tier boots in my collection. I love the shape of them, the quality is there, the outsole is fantastic, it's really rugged. It feels like it will last me literally 2 lifetimes over. And I love the fact that the infantry boots are made by a low-key, under-the-radar brand like Ouray NYC. It's not nearly as big as some of the other boots that I'll be mentioning, and it's just really cool to have a product made by someone who is kind of like an underdog. Coming in close second to the infantry boots, we have the Our Legacy Camion boots. Now, the Camion boots remind me of this kind of modernized cowboy look with a bit of 70s flair, and they also have a really unique and beautiful shape to them. And I have the Oxblood colorway. It's actually right there. It's always in the background of my videos because it's such a beautiful boot that why not display it? The leather quality on these is insane, and you are paying a higher price point to match that quality for sure. But in my estimation, the Camion boots are worth every penny, especially this Oxblood colorway. And because I love the Camion boots so much, and because they have a plethora of different colorways, I also plan at some point in the next year or so to pick up the black colorway. Our Legacy, your boy needs that black colorway. I think the final boot that I just absolutely love that's in my collection, that's just like top 3 in my collection, are the Suicoke Bower boots. Now, last year when I picked these up, I was truly enamored with them. I feel like they're perfect for snowy conditions. They have this insulated system within the boot that really keeps your foot warm and blocks out snow, and you can kind of cinch in the top of the boot so that snow doesn't come in from the top either. I think these look stylistically great. I love the tan on them. Goes perfectly with the fall winter colors of like earth tony brown colors. When it comes to sizing on the Suicoke Bower boots, you want to go up a size. That's one fatal mistake I made with the Suicokes, is that I went true to size. I have a narrow foot. Sometimes I trick myself into believing that, oh, I'll just go true to size even if the brand says go up a size because I have a narrow weird foot. But in this case, go up a size with the Suicoke Bower boots. You'll be much happier. Your feet will be happier, and you won't end up with toes like LeBron James. And while the Suicoke Bowers are significantly cheaper than the Camion boots and the Ouray infantry boots, they still have a bit of an elevated price point for a good swath of people. If you're in that group that's looking at these or looked at the price of these as you're watching the video, stay with me here. I want to show you guys some pretty cool fashion MF boots that are probably less practical, but double the coolness, and then we'll get to the more budget friendly boot options that I feel like at the very beginning of your journey you can start with if you don't have the money to buy some of these more elevated boots. And one pair that recently caught my eye were the Fugazi bootstraps. These are eerily canny to some of the ROA or ROA hiking boots, but they come off a bit cooler than some of those options in my opinion. Trevor Gorgie, the founder of Fugazi, seems to be getting a lot more hate than love on this particular sneaker model, or I guess it's a boot model. This particular boot model over some of the other releases from the brand. And it's funny that I slipped up and said sneaker because I feel like these kind of sit in a place between a sneaker and a boot, which for those who are actually interested in learning and experiencing boots more, I feel like this is a great place to start if you have the money. Another brand that makes fantastically high quality boots is the brand Freycap. I've actually been holding on to a pair of Freycap Maharishi jungle boots for about 5 months now, patiently waiting to show you guys these boots because I'm very excited about them for fall winter. Freycap tends to focus on the more classical, more militaristic, more just traditional looking boots for menswear. I guess they could be worn by women as well, of course. But what Freycap also does, just like Our Legacy or Ouray, they focus on quality and their price point definitely reflects that. Some of my favorite models from Freycap include the M120 boot, the hiker boots, and the Explorer boots. Yo, in fact, the black Explorer boot, I need that boot. Like, that looks absolutely tough with the cream laces. Like, this version of the black Explorer is beautiful. Where's my phone? Let me just add this to the wish list right now. Bada bing, bada boom. Another pair of boots that I've always been interested in and wanted were the ground cover pineapple leather boots. Pineapple leather is a material that I have not really ever come across or experienced, but it seems like such a fun and sustainable way to create a really high quality and high effective, I don't even know what that means, high quality looking boot. Ground cover boots are sold out and I feel like they have been for a while, but a guy can dream, can't he? If you've watched the video up until this point and you're still skeptical about buying your first pair of boots, don't worry, New Balance has you covered with their New Balance 2002R hiking version. It's funny, I feel like New Balance, when it comes to the 2002R, they seem to be a bit more experimental with silhouettes and textures. This hiking variant has been out for a little while now, a couple months, but it obviously looks like something like a Merrell boot or just a hiking boot in general. They also made the 2002R Mules, which I know it's not really on topic, but it's just funny how New Balance kind of plays with the 2002R more than any other silhouette right now, really. I mean, is it a Drew Joyner video if I don't talk about New Balance a little bit? I mean, come on. Actually, speaking of New Balance, one of the best boots that I own that isn't in my top 3, but definitely is a boot that I am really, really excited to have in my collection are the New Balance Tokyo Design Studio Niobium 3-in-1 boots. These are fantastic. These are more Transformers than they are boots because, like I said, they actually unzip and become mules, and then they unzip and become slip-ons, which is a great functionality. You're paying for 3 times the value. You get 3 shoes in one. And I think from an aesthetic standpoint, it aligns perfectly kind of with that gorpcore outdoor hiker aesthetic. And if you can find a good pair of these, I mean, I think that New Balance has discontinued the production of these, but if you can find them either on sale, used, I absolutely love these boots, and I think that they can be paired very, very nicely with tons of outfits. All right, I've talked enough about boots that cost $300 and more. Let's bring down the price range and talk about some boots that are $200 and under. Starting off the list, I think that most people will recommend the Doc Marten 1460s. These are just synonymous with entry-level boots. And for whatever reason, I checked the prices recently, and Docs seem to just be getting cheaper and cheaper. And to me, that seems like a steal compared to the fact that everything is going up in price due to inflation. In my opinion, stylistically, I think the 1460 is middle of the road. I don't think that you really get a lot from a styling standpoint with the 1460s. Unless that's really your aesthetic, it's not really mine. And I don't really want to posture and be like, oh, it's not my aesthetic, I'm better than other people. No, it's just I don't resonate as much with it as I do with some of the other boots that obviously I have. Yeah. Maybe it has something to do with the yellow stitching or the quality of the leather of some Doc Martens. They just kill my feet a lot of times. I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of the two. And a lot of people will say if you want a better pair of Docs, go with Footwear. And Footwear essentially offers everything that Doc Marten offers, but with quote unquote better quality and that little bit more elevated price range. Still usually at or around $200 to $250. I think that most people, when looking at the 1460 and they look at what Footwear has to offer, they probably go with the 8-Eye Derby as a one-to-one kind of comparison boot. Hopefully my English made sense in that regard. A suggestion that I would actually wear for in and around $100 to $200 are the Clark Wallaby boots. There are a lot of really cool Clark Wallabies, whether it be collaborated Clark Wallabies, special colorways, general releases. There's just a lot of cool different options when it comes to Clarks. I personally have never owned a pair, but a lot of people ask me about, Drew, like, what do you think about Clarks? And I think in general, they look cool. They look well made. They seem to be in their kind of own lane when it comes to footwear in terms of design and aesthetic. But I do have one question for people who wear a lot of Clark Wallabies. Because the upper seems to just be all suede, does your ankle ever buckle when you're wearing these? I don't know. I just feel like you step on a rock the wrong way and, there goes the MCL. There goes the ankles, boy. Those are kind of my, in general, entry-level boots. The boots that I have are obviously the ones that I own, and I own them and I love them. If you want to start with some Doc Martens, some Footwears, or some Clarks, I feel like it's a great place to start to kind of diversify your footwear collection. And I also want to share with you some honorable mentions that are elevated in price point. I don't personally own, which I feel like I can't really speak to the nature of the direct quality of these boots, but from a stylistic and from an optics standpoint, they look really, really cool, or they are interesting in one way or another. One, Mason Margiela Tabby Low heel boots, aka the deer hooves. Hashtag deer hooves. Two, I've talked about these before in a previous boots video, but for some reason they've kind of fallen out of favor with me. I don't know. I have other boots on my mind, but the DM Bowby Duck boots are really interesting. Three, we have the Yeezy Desert boots. I feel like these are really, really good looking boots. A lot of people swear by these, and I feel like these look pretty cool. Also, side note, remember moon boots from last fall, winter? I'm curious, do you think moon boots will also be something that people will be wearing, or was it kind of this one-off, one-year fad? Some people are saying that about like balaclavas and things like that, but your boy's wearing his balaclava. For Merrell Moab 2 mids, I think Merrell actually makes some pretty cool boots in relation to fashion people. Obviously, it's for hiking, it's for the outdoors lifestyle, but you're getting a high quality boot that I feel like looks pretty good. I have a pair of Merrell Moab lows in the Gore-Tex colorway, and I like those a lot. 5, the boots that Puss in Boots wears from Shrek. These just go dummy hard. I don't know what brand or what boots these are, but Puss, sheesh, and them things go crazy, my boy. You really styling on them, boy. 6, we have the Balenciaga Crocs. Now, real question, are we gonna actually see these boots again? Because I feel like these boots were also like a social experiment, to say the least. 7, and these may be the toughest boots I mentioned in this video. We have the AV monster boots. Yo, these go stupid. Literally, they go stupid. If you like having fun with me and learning about fashion, we do this almost every week, if not every week. So subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you have a favorite pair of boots that I forgot to mention, sorry, I'm not perfect. If I didn't mention them, there's a comment section for a reason. I love engaging with you guys. I love the community that's trying to be built here on YouTube, and you guys are one of the best. As always, I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity in 2022. So that means I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity to you. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day. Abianto. Peace. Yo, what is good? Post vid, man. Here's a fist bump for the one time. Bop. I appreciate you guys so much. You know we get down. We know we do 2 of them things. Bop. Thank you guys so much for staying to the end of the video. The 1% that stays to the end of the video and gets Drew in his natural state. You feel me? Like, we just have a little bit of fun in the post-vid vid. The question I have for you guys today, which I always love asking these post-vid vid questions. I always love reading the answers to these questions. It's always super fun. I have it right here. The post-vid vid question is, what did you used to be afraid of as a kid? Everyone as a kid has like a childhood fear. It could be like Slenderman, or it could be like a ghost or a movie. Mine, for whatever reason, there was a period of time where I was afraid of the doll Chucky. You know Chucky the doll, like the haunted doll? I don't know how I came across watching it. I think it was a commercial or something, and ever since I saw that doll with them scratches on his face, I was like, no, 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 no. And the dark. I mean, everyone's afraid of the dark, so let me know down in the comments, what did you used to be afraid of? I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful rest of your day.